Hi everybody, my name is Cyra. I'm one of the team at Medics Money and I'm a chartered accountant and a doctor. It's International Women's Day, or it was. This is coming out a little bit later, but I did record this in honor of International Women's Day, as well as a couple of other talks that hopefully you'll be able to catch. This one's about how women are more fearful of failure, and I'll be telling you more about why. First of all, women are less likely to take risks, they struggle more with rejection, and have an increased fear of failure, and this definitely comes down to programming. Failure is difficult for everybody, but women take failure particularly hard. It's not their fault though, they're judged more harshly when they do fail. They're punished to have been trying in the first place, whereas men are more likely to be celebrated when they do fail, and they're called ambitious and go-getters. They're encouraged to try again. When women do fail, they're less likely to receive helpful feedback and more likely to be told not to bother, whereas men are more likely to receive constructive, specific feedback that isn't personal and will help them actually succeed in future. Women are objectively held to a higher standard than men for the same thing, so women have to work twice as hard to be recognized in the same way. This then comes from programming. In childhood, women are monitored more closely, and they're more likely to be corrected for poor behavior compared to boys. And unfortunately, there's still the boys will be boys rhetoric in a lot of society, whereas girls are less likely to get away with any kind of behavior in that way. They're expected to be far more restricted, are far more controlled. They're expected to help around the house, whereas boys are not likely to do so. Girls are more likely to receive compliment about their appearance and their behavior, about being good, about being quiet, and it's all about their internal self-worth, whereas boys are more likely to be commented upon and complimented upon their achievements and the activities that they undertake. So they're more likely to be clever and adventurous, and they're more likely to be congratulated on things that they achieve, which means that girls are more likely to have their locus of self-worth internally based on them as a person, whereas boys have a locus of self-worth outside of themselves in what they achieve and what they do. And this does definitely have an influence because if we put it into context, when women grow up, they then become less likely to take risks in their careers, opting for more certainty because they're less likely to fail. They're less likely to start a business or be entrepreneurial because they'll be judged more harshly if they failed, and they're less likely to receive help as well. They're going to be taken less seriously and held to a higher standard. All of this translates into women having less self-confidence when it comes to their finances, and this can be far worse for women than men. We need to break the cycle as a result, and the only person's opinion that matters is yours. And that's really hard to begin with, especially when we've grown up with our locus of self-worth being so internalized. It's better to have tried and failed than never have tried at all, and that's one of my favorite sayings. We have to start small. You don't have to do everything at once. And even if you do fail, it's okay as long as you learn from that failure and apply it to something better. You need to surround yourself with people who raise you up rather than pull you down. And sadly for women, it's more likely to be their families who are meaning well, but who discourage them from reaching for more. And you need to network both personally and professionally and build up that support network so that eventually when you do fail, because we will all have those moments of failure, they will encourage you and they will pick you back up and then you can try again. I hope you found this useful. Thank you so much.